Hey guys, coming at you again real quick with a little, well, not so little, as I look at the book stack, unhaul video, just because I haven't done one in a while. Last time I was going to do one, I didn't have a voice, and my house was really loud because a bunch of people were home, but now nobody's home, so yeah. I'm just going to probably hop right into this because it's a lot of stuff and just give like minimal explanations as to why I'm getting rid of this stuff. I just, like I said, I don't get rid of books, I don't throw them away, I give them away for credit and or money at one of the two locations that I give books away to, just because, you know, someone else will read it and probably love it more than me. But these first two in here were just my mom's. I don't know anything about them, so they're not mine, but they're Mistress of Mourning by Karen Harper and The Art of Fielding by Chad Harbach. Like I said, these were not mine, so I don't know anything about them, but I guess my mom didn't like them enough to keep them. But the first book that I'm giving away is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I tried this. I liked the first half of it. I did not like the insta-love. It drove me insane, and it reminded me of Castiel from Supernatural, but not in a good way. So yeah, I really was intrigued by the first half of this, but not the second half. Like, I was done at that point. So hopefully someone else will fall in love with the series. I really wish that I could have, because I really wanted to get into it. But sadly, it was not for me. So, next I am giving away Every Heart a Doorway by Seanan McGuire. I was very much looking forward to getting this. Couldn't get my hands on it, so my step-grandma bought it for me and mailed it to me, so shout out to her. But, I liked this, but I didn't like it enough to end up, like, keeping it. I don't think I'm ever going to reread it. I am going to read the rest of them, but I don't really want to, like, buy them because they're, like, how much? They're, like, $17 for a little, like, less than 100-page book. Pretty much, or no, less than 200 pages. I don't know how long it is. But I don't really want to spend that kind of money on something that I don't love. I mean, like, I liked this a lot, and I'm going to keep reading the others in the series, but I think I'm going to get them from the library, just because I don't want to, like, spend all that money on them. But yeah, hopefully someone else who's really been looking forward to this will pick it up. Alright, next is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I loved this when I first read it. I still like it. I think it's a great book. Got nothing against it. I'm just probably never going to reread this. I do plan to read the sequel as of now, but I don't know if that'll change. But anyway, I did like this book when I read it, so no issues with this book. I'm just not ever going to read it again. So, figured I'd give it to someone who, well, give it away to someone who will absolutely fall in love with it and want to keep it, can get it. And next we have The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. I loved, like, the first part of this. Whoa, that's shiny. The sun is shining on this. Hello. But, it was just not, like, the main character annoyed me so much after the first half, and she was just being a whiny brat pretty much halfway through it, in my opinion. And I loved, like, the idea of it. I loved the other main character. He was really nice. But this was just, once again, not something for me. Next, we have another book that I didn't really have too many issues with. I mean, like, other people have seen problematic things in it, but I didn't at the time that I read it. So, I don't know. But it's Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. I liked this book. I am keeping her other book, Fangirl, because I loved that book so much and I related to it so much at the time I read it, and in general now. I still love it and relate to it. But yeah, this is just another one I'm just never going to read again. And yeah, you know, no sense in holding on to a book that you're not going to read again. But I did enjoy this when I read it, so hopefully someone else will enjoy it just as much as I did. And let me adjust my lighting because this is annoying me. Alright, next we have The Sky is Everywhere by Jandy Nelson. I read I'll Give You the Sun by her, and absolutely freaking love that book. It was fantastic. I just love the concept. I love the writing. I loved everything about it. I'm keeping that book. But this one, I just didn't like the idea. I wanted it to focus more on the dead sister, which is not a spoiler because that's on the back. And, it just wasn't. It was focusing more on, like, the love story that goes along with it. The cat is doing random things. Sorry. And it just wasn't for me. So hopefully someone else will like it. And before anybody freaks out, this is not my copy of The Hunger Games. This is my friend's copy, and she has 2 copies, and she's getting rid of this one, but she just gave it to me so I could give it for credit. So yeah, I love The Hunger Games. I have my own copy, and I'm just, putting this somewhere for her. And there's 2 other books in the bottom here, but I'm not going to pull them out, because one of them is just like a picture book, and then the other one is like a Pokemon strategy book for a game, and those were also from my friend, and they were hers. So yeah, anyway, those aren't coming out. But next we have My Grandmother Asks Me to Tell You She's Sorry by Frederick Bachman. I do want to try his other books, but for some reason this one just wasn't clicking with me. I've heard mixed things about it, and I'm pretty sure his books are like translated because he lives in Sweden, so maybe that's what the issue was, and it was just like a translation issue. Jesus Christ, what is with this lighting? Maybe it was just like a translation issue. There we go, you can actually see the book without the light. But anyway, just once again, not for me. I'm sure it's good. I do plan to try his other books because I do want to get into him and have more like adult authors that I like, but as of now, this one is just gonna go back to where I got it from. Alright, so next we have 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray. I picked this up on a whim at the thrift store for like $2, and then I remembered that I really don't care to read it, so I don't know why I did that. But, yeah, hopefully this will just find a home with someone who really is interested in it, but as of now, I am not, so bye-bye. And let me just grab the rest of these so we can just move this right along. Ugh. Okay, so next we have The Great Hunt by Wendy Higgins. I picked this up because I watched another YouTuber talk about it, and she really loves it, and I can see why she likes it, and I can see what she means by, like, the people, like, working together, and it's not just your typical, like, gross love story. But, I just didn't like the writing in this one. It was very, like, elementary and cheesy. It read like a fantasy movie. It read like, I don't want to say what fantasy movie, because there's not, like, a lot of them. It just read like a cheesy fantasy princess movie, and I didn't personally like that part of it, but hopefully someone else will really love this and pick it up and keep it. It's not for me. But anyway, moving right along. This is another book that's not mine. It was my friend's, and I really just don't have a desire to read it, just because I'm not interested in it, but it's Halo by Alexandra Adornetto, I think. But, yeah, I don't know what to say about this one because it's not my book, but my friend just didn't want it, so I just said, hey, can I use it for credit? And she's like, yeah, sure. So, anyway, yeah, this is another book. Just no interest. Next we have Suicide Notes from Beautiful Girls by Lynn Weingarten, and I tried to read this. It wasn't bad. It just kind of read like something that I would read when I was 16, and I'm not really interested in reading books that I would like when I was 16 now, just because, it's just not my deal. But, it read like your typical best friend kills herself, and other best friend has to figure out why estranged best friend has to figure out why best friend killed themselves type book, and I just wasn't really in the mood for that, and it moved way too fast, and I just didn't like it. So there's that. And lastly, we have Lament and Ballad by Maggie Stiefvater. I love Maggie Stiefvater. I have her Raven Cycle, I have the Scorpio Races by her. I love both of those series and that book, and I plan to keep those, obviously, because I love them. I did not like her Shiver series. It just was not my favorite. And I didn't like this one. This is, like, the first series she ever wrote, and the third book also, like, never came out. So even if I had liked it, like, I don't know what I would have done. But, yeah, so spoiler alert, there is no third book as of now, because she pulled it because she didn't like how it was, and I think she's working on it, but I don't know how much longer it'll be until she puts it out in the world. So if you're looking forward to the third book in this series, you're gonna be waiting a while. But, this is just, the writing was just not my cup of tea. It was her first book, and it shows, but, there's no problem with that, because obviously she improved. I love her other books. And so I'm just getting rid of these because I have no need for them. And I'm not even going to attempt to hold up that giant book stack because it's going to go everywhere and hit me in the head and I'm going to die. So yeah, anyway guys, thanks for watching. This video was kind of long, but I hope you enjoyed. Stay nerdy, stay awesome, keep reading, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, bye.